Have I mentioned lately how much I love the UPS check method? Well, I don't think I have, so I guess I just did. I love the UPS check method. What is it? Well, UPS, understand, plan, solve, and check. It gives students a framework they can use to solve whatever problem that they are dealing with. So let's start out with the U, the understand. Let's see, we have a problem over here which says Brad's average golf score after 6 rounds was 81. For the first 5 rounds, his scores were 78, 86, 82, 81, and 82. What was his score after the 6th round, or on the 6th round, I guess I should say, on the 6th round. That's the key right there. What was his score on the 6th round? Okay, so to understand, I always like to work from the question mark backward. So essentially, this sentence right here is the one that's telling me what I'm going to have to solve. What was his score on the 6th round? So I'm looking for the 6th round score. I've got scores for round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, but it's saying what's his score on the 6th round. Okay, well, we can do that. So that's what we're going to try to do. So let's set up a plan now about how we're going to solve this. Let's see, I saw a key phrase here, actually a key word with average. So I know usually when average, we add up a series of things and then divide by the number of those things that we have. And so it tells us that the average score was 81. So I'm going to draw a little box around that. So the average score was 81. And we've got 6 rounds. So I know average of each one of those 6 rounds was 81. So I think in my plan, what I'm going to do is probably multiply 6 times 81. That'll tell me the total score. And then what I can do is add together these 5 scores and subtract it from that total, and that should tell me what the missing one is. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. So what do I do in the solving part is I actually go through and do the math involved here. So let's go ahead and do it. I can't access a calculator on the screen, so I'm going to do one off screen. So I said first that we knew that each round averaged 81 and there were 6 rounds. So in my solution here, I'm going to do 81 times 6. And the magic of my off-screen calculator, and I apologize for the bad writing, it's hard to write with the mouse here. 81 times 6, my off-screen calculator tells me that was equal to 486. So that's got to be the total of all 6 rounds, has to be 486. So add up the 5 rounds that I have, and again, my off-screen calculator tells me if I add those ones together, that will give me a total of 409. And so that missing score is going to bring that 409 up to 486. So if I just went and subtracted 486 minus 409, that should tell me what the missing score will be. And again, with my off-screen calculator doing the heavy lifting here, I find out that if I subtracted those two, that missing score is going to be 77. So what's the score for the 6th round? That is going to be 77. So the last part says you need to check that out, Steve, and make sure that's right. So I guess what I could do is add together 78 plus 86 plus 82 plus 81 plus 82 and plus 87. And let's see, with average, and I've got 6 things, so I'll add those up. Doing that on my off-screen calculator. And let's say if I add all those up, I'm going to get 486 if I divide that by 6. So let's see, 486, and if I divide 6 into that, I am going to get, lo and behold, bum, 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 I'm going to get 81. So I know that I am right. So just an example here of how to use the UPS check method. First, understand what's the problem asking you to do. Work from that question mark. Come on backward. Then set up a plan. What methods am I going to use to solve this? Look for your keywords as we did, that average that tipped us off there. And then solve. Do the heavy lifting in the problem. Do the math calculation that you're required to do. And then finally, last but not least, check it out. Make sure your answer makes sense. That's something that a lot of students have never been trained to do. I got the answer. Yay, I'm I'm done. So really work with them to make sure that they check to make sure that that answer is reasonable. But the great news is that using the UPS check method, students have a problem-solving method they can use for whatever problem, and we can also use this method to teach them some problem-solving strategies, which is going to be the subject of our next section in the course. So use the UPS check method in your classroom, and I will still wait here hoping that I get a package from UPS, but I think that's a different story. But no, that's the wrong story. That's the wrong story. So use the UPS check method. Have a great day.